Gute Woche, Rabbi Sai. You nicht massen mit mir aus der Mordechai. Welcome to all the guests. It's a quiet oilam today. Halavai, the entire shir like that. Erev Shabbos at Yossi's Bakery, MDY satellite location in Borough Park. Yochanan Itzkowitz, no audio. I said, everything's going to be quiet today. You got it? Gershon, everything's beseder. I'm sorry for bothering you over there. He's done. He's drinking. I see him drinking. Should we start over? What's going on? No. Maybe those women that came from the bar mitzvah pushed some buttons. Okay. A staff member at Ruach Day Camp in Flatbush doing the daf on the bus. MDY merged from Morocco on the streets of Toronto. I wonder who that is. They're selling it. The other was taking the merch and selling it. Our 18-month-old can barely speak. This he can say. This he can say. This. But we're not going to hear it now, right? Listen, if he goes up there and starts working, it's not going to look good for you. All right, they're calling up Dave. It's his fault. Got it. Okay, we'll do this later. Shalom Rebelli. I don't think there's anything wrong with having music in 3 weeks when showing a video to help understand the Gemara. The music is not intended for its own enjoyment, rather to bring out the video which helps understand the Gemara. Obviously, you can discuss this with your personal poisek, Mendy Abramson, Lakewood, New Jersey. Let's say he's 100% right. And let's say the Rabbanim say it's 100% right. You think they're not going to keep on sending the emails and tell me how wrong I am? Come on. First off, it's Masudar? Okay, let's try it now. Here we go. Let's first hear that little kid. It's short. 18-month-old, can barely speak. This is good. Rabbi said, Erev Shabbos, Yossi's Bakery is here for a while. He actually has a place here.
Yochanan Itzkowitz is keeping up the daf from Ereven. Wow, end of Ereven. And you also the daf. Yidi Teichman? From Menuches, wow. You see what's going on here? They all come special to Yossi's to watch the sheet.
Dave, you know how to lower the volume?
Good. Wow.
Amen. Thank you. First off, I love you. The show are amazing. Diving without your charge pictures there, I would have been boring and out of the sun. I've come alive and now enjoyable. The nature scenes that you bring into Ireland from Austria are awesome, breathtaking, and appreciated. I know Ilan Davidovici for many years, fanning back to when he lived in Passaic. It's incredibly fortuitous that his name has been said most often this year now during Chullin, as his last name, no offense, is getting butchered regularly. Chullin and butchered. I was hoping to lend a little visual aid that may help with the situation. Rebbe is very familiar with the name Panovich, so Ilan's last name is very similar. Davidovich. Thanks for keeping the daf so interesting and filled with good. I know Davidovici. He's an unbelievable guy. Why would I? Here's a good morning, Rabbi. I was with my cousin Pinny recently. You're the best. Alex Gilden. Gewaldig. Rabbi say official edition, MDY Shas, the Mesech responsibility, Zevin Yal, Sholof, the Perek. By Yitzhak Hollander, Lili Nishma, Sorat, Tzira, Bas, Doiv, Ber. And Daf Ayin Beis by Saul Fisher in honor of MM with Meiser from his bar mitzvah. His son that washes the shear gave the Meiser to MDY. What a schus. David Solomon dedicated in memory of Avri Moiri, Reb Shmuel Baruch, Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi, Doiv, Zechron Lebracha. He's still the one and only. Bezer Shem, one day we're going to have 10 of these. Right now he's the only corporate sponsor. E-Copier Solutions. The Masechta, the Politic Family Foundation, may our Limanat Torah during the 3 weeks bring us closer to Yemei Geula B'Simcha. Anonymous, Hatzlach Baruch Nisif Gashmis, and thank you to Chief Benny. Shmuel and Ahova Schuster for continuing Hatzlach and Nachas from our children. I think he's left. He left already? Even tonight. It was great to have him here. Anonymous for complete refuah shleim and arichas yom Talea Bas Esther. It's a good thing he didn't come because then it'd be like a chilul on the way. Like what? So few people. Motzei Shabbos. Maybe they still think I'm in Austria. Zevi less. Oy vey. Chaim and Leah Levi. No. Chaim and Leah Levi. The W is a V in Austria, and in America, some people call it Louis, but we call it Levi. Chaim and Leah Levi. In honor of the MDY family. Anonymous, for my birthday, as a schus, for that tzloch of my family, Baruchni and Begashmi from Anonymous. Ari Simon, L'Refuah Shlema, Abi Mori, Baruch Ben Miriam. Another monthly sponsor, Anonymous, L'Nishmas Yonatan Eitan Ben Mordechai Zeva Kohen Zechron Lebracha. The Tzvi's, L'Nishmas Yonatan Eitan Ben Mordechai Zeva Kohen Zechron Lebracha. The Spanish here sponsors the weekly, a big refuah shlema with a close friend, Naftali Yez Ben Chai Pesio. The Wasesim Den Chevra, L'Nishmas Yonatan Eitan Ben Mordechai Zeva Kohen. We mourn the loss of a beloved son of our Kehila. The Muncie MDY firefighters, L'Nishmas, our unforgettable chief, Chaim Gabriel Ben Ari Yoel Jacobson Zechron Levracha. Spanish here sponsor weekly anonymous in honor of Unur Argalimidi. Avil Rab, daily sponsor in honor of my father, David Rab, and my sons, Yoav and Zevi. Hatzlacha G'dayla to everybody. MDY Art, month, L'Refuah Shlema, Mordechai Ben Esther, L'Refuah Ayelet, Daniel Zev, Ben Ayelet Esther. What? Who do we got here? What? You're the daily sponsor? Yeah. You're Rab? Yeah. You're Zevi? No. You're Yoav. So who's the father? Who's Aviel Rab? Not here.
He's our son. He's my son.
He's your son, his father. So he got you both. He didn't tell you. Did I pronounce the name correctly? How do you pronounce your name? Rab. Okay, in honor of my father, David Rab, and my sons, Yoav, who's here, and Zevi, who's not here. Where are you from?
I'm from Ranana. I'm from Aventura.
Oh, Florida. Geschmack. Okay. Awesome. What's your name?
Howard Appel from West Hempstead.
Yeah.
And I wanted to thank you. I've been doing the Daf 4.5 years, and I haven't missed one day with running with you.
Wow. Unbelievable. Schmack, thank you. Unbelievable. 4.5 years. Yeah, you've been to any of the shiurim that I gave in Muncie?
No, I was at the Malava Malka. You had in Connecticut. I was with you in Far Rockaway.
So what's your name again? Oh, Eliyahu. Kim Sarai. You came for the Hebrew one. You want to see what's going on? Be'ezer Hashem. All right, and what's your name?
Avrami Bell.
Yeah.
I'm also from West Hempstead.
Yeah.
He got me into
the Daf. How long ago?
At the beginning of Menachos.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Took a little break.
Cool.
I'm back.
What's your name?
Emmanuel Aharo from Woodmere.
From Woodmere. So the kids are nice. Like I said, it's the 5 towns. It's Muncie. It's the same. Oh, what do we got? There's something good. No, we got Aventura. That's not bad. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Also, the whole part.
I've been doing 5 years with you.
With me? You're more than him. He's only 4.5. Wow, 5 years. How many daf did you miss in the 5 years?
I try to do every one. Sukkah. I started with Sukkah.
Really?
Friends with Glenn Ackerman. You know that?
Yeah. You guys have a heavy New York accent. What's going on there? West Hempstead is the real deal? Long Island. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. My mother also brought me up in the... Yeah, okay. What? Oh, Shalom Aleichem, how you doing? What's your name?
Benji.
From?
From London.
London. You know this guy?
My uncle.
Oh, very nice. Okay, great. He had to pay you to come? Because he pays.
Yeah.
He pays. That's what. All right, Rabbi Stein, we got a great daf here. We're holding by Omarava, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 lines from the bottom of Ayin Aleph Omid Beis. I'm going to have to ask Elio later, why is Ayin Aleph EU? It's like a donkey. I have no idea. It's a simon. Do chapshat.
Crazy as it is, that's how you remember it.
But you remember it. Eor. Eor is Ayin Aleph. I got it. Okay, fine. So we're actually going to discuss the two things that we're talking about Zichru here. That's the simon of Zichru. Omar Rava. It's a fascinating sugya about a person who either swallows a dead cat, an avela, and that tumah does not come out of his body. It gets stuck in his body. And also, if it's the opposite, it's tahar, and it's in his body, it's protected by his body, and it doesn't become tameh if there's a dead person in the room. Omar Rava tarvayu tanini, tuma blua tanina, tahara blua tanina. These two things, whether it's the tumah inside his body like this, there's a tumah in there, and he touches fruit, remains tahar. Whether it's the opposite, something tar in his body, and there's tumah all around him, surrounds him, remains tar. I was inspired by my good chaver, and everybody's chaver, everybody that knows him. He donated Daran Kodesh, the bookcases. He donated, we use the Sefer Torah. He keeps on donating and donating and giving and giving. Anybody who speaks to Avi Kamiansky says, I don't understand why do you give tzedakah anywhere else? I only give 99% of my tzedakah to MDY. That's his thing. Anyway, he got up there by in the Shabbaton, he gave a whole drush about ROI and why it's the best investment, chulu chulu. So I was inspired by his speech. He had a small minyan in his house, maybe 11 people, and he gave a speech for like 1,000 people. It was a beautiful speech. I was inspired by what he said. One of the things, I'm going to just take it to, my style, the MDY style, but I think it's a great vart that when a person, when he's younger, does something that he shouldn't be doing, most of us, younger, we sinned. We weren't the greatest. That's tumah. It's tumah, but it's belua. You keep it inside of you, and it's protected. It shouldn't have an influence and shouldn't hurt us and impede us and later on in our life. Yes, we sinned, but that doesn't mean you're a sinner. It's swallowed inside, deep inside, and it doesn't have an effect to the rest of your life. Yes, if you don't want to walk around, come to Gan Eden, Toilam Ha'emes, with a red cat inside of your stomach, because everybody will see it. It doesn't look good when you walk around there and there's an avela inside of you. So you do tshuva, you get rid of it. But if you don't walk around with this feeling of, wow, I'm a terrible human being, and what I did when I was 18 years old and I was 19 years old, and who knows what you did. You did a little Avodah Zarah, you did a little, maybe in our generation, something different. Peretz Chaim Levin, wow. Why are you upset? It's such a simcha. It took you time to get here. Get over here. Sit there, we have a seat for you. And on the flip side, Rabbi Yisai, on the flip side, a guy learns in yeshiva for many years. He's a steigenist. He's a top guy. Don't walk around your whole life thinking, wow, I'm so special. Wow. Get him a Gemara, something. How you doing? I don't think I ever hugged somebody. We'll share. We'll make an exception. I probably did. Listen, you hear this vart. It goes the flip side also, because I meet a lot of people. In their mind, they're still in yeshiva. In their mind, they're still the greatest guy that ever existed, but they haven't opened up a sefer in 15 years. That's tahara blua. That's kedusha, that's inside of you, but it doesn't have any effect right now. Right now, you're a nothing. Right now, you're walking around, you didn't open up a sefer in 20 years. So that's also not a good thing. Anyway, Zok the Gemara. Tarvaya Tanino, Tuma Blua Tanino, Tahara Blua Tanino. Tuma Blua. The Snan. If a person swallows something that's Tameh, it doesn't have an effect on the things outside of him. The Snan, Bola Tabas Tmeya. If he swallows a ring, that's Tameh. Now here's the question, Rabbi Isai. Ask it again. What happens when a ring touches a dead person? What tumah is the ring? Because usually tumah drops down a level. A dead person is aviyah v'isat tumah. So what level will the ring become? A ring that's made out of gold. Huh? So the answer is, like Shamshi said, it remains aviyah v'isat tumah because it's metal. Metal like a sword doesn't drop down. Becomes the same.
Not exactly the same.
Okay. Not exactly. But it's good enough to get them. So Tuma blua this bola tabas tmeya. This tabas touched the dead person. It's aviyah v'isa tuma. Toivel v'oichel b'trumasoi. This guy goes to the mikveh, and after nightfall, he could eat his truma if he's a kohen. Hekia, if he spits it up, tmeya, the ring remains tamei. V'timatu, and as it comes out of his body, it touches his tongue, his lips, his hand. When he becomes tamei now, he becomes avatuma. He just touched aviyah v'izatuma. So that's the case of Tuma Blua. It's a fascinating case. Again, a tummy ring inside of you with the craziest Tuma, it's like a dead person sitting inside of you, it doesn't have an effect on anything around you. And you go to the mikvah, you could actually eat truma, you could do whatever you want. The fact that you have Tuma in your body is nothing. The flip side, Tahara Blua, if you swallow a tar ring, Tanina, we learned it's not bola tabas tahira v'nichnas lo'ela meis. Mamish, this case over here where he, I don't have that one. Okay, that was the other day. Yeah, this one. There's a dead person and there's tum everywhere. It's all red, but the ring remains green. It remains tar. V'hiza v'shana v'toval. He did the whole process of what you do if you become tummy from tmei meis. You got sprinkled by the paraduma water. Then he spit it up. So the ring remains tahar. It doesn't become tummy through his body because his body is already tahar. His ring never became tummy. So the Gemara's question is, why do I have to say this again? Why do I have to say both cases? Talk about tuma blua, whether it's the tar or the tummy. We already learned it. Says the Gemara, Nu Chidush, Ki Kama Rabbi Ki Gun Shabal Shtei Tabois. Like in this case, the guy has two rings inside of him, and you hear them clinking together. They're touching each other. The tummy one should make the green one tummy. If it was out here on the table, the tummy one touches the green one, the red touches the green, come tummy. No, the Chiddush is that even though it's tummy, but since it's in the body, it's belua, it's swallowed up, it doesn't impart it tumah to something else. Ask the Gemara Daf Ayin Beis Amud Aleph. What do we do about our case? You have the fetus and the midwife. She touches with her hand the fetus that's inside the body. It's completely belua, it's covered. Shouldn't she not become tamei? Why is she different than a red ring touching a green ring? Here you have a red body. The fetus is red, it's tamei. Touching the hand of the midwife, she shouldn't become tamei at all. Why? Because it happened in a belua place. So the Gemara says the answer, since the baby is going, it has to come out eventually. So it's as if it's outside. And Memela, it made the midwife tamei. Omar Rava, I don't understand what you're talking about. Only a baby comes out and a ring doesn't? Everybody that ever swallowed a ring knows that eventually comes out. The people from Pumbedisa know what's going on. Umanu Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef, Rav Yudah, Shmuel, Tumazu, Einam Adivir Torah, Elav Divir Seifrim. You're right, the fetus shouldn't have made the midwife tamei at all. It's a derabbanan. But the problem is that the Gemara says a double lashon. It should say, Tumazu Medivrei Seifrim. It's a derabbanan. It doesn't say that. It says, Tumazu Einam Adivir Torah. You should know, it's not in the Torah. Elav Medivrei Seifrim. It's only Midrabbanan. You could save 3-4 words there, but just saying, this tum is derabbanan. You and I will know, it's not in the Torah. Why the extra lashon? Rebbe Kiva says, no, the fetus in the mother, the dead fetus in the mother is a tamei, the midaraisa. Rebbe Shmuel says this fetus is completely tahar. But nevertheless, they said, no, we got to say that if the midwife touches the baby, she is completely tamei. My time, what's the reason? We once had a prozdar, which is a hall. We had it a few daf ago, and over there, we're talking about that you can't really see the birth of a baby because the prozdar, there's the thighs of the woman, that's outside of her body. Over here, we're referring to the prozdar that we talk about in Maseches Nida. That from the womb, there's a pipe that goes out. That pipe is already considered that she gave birth. So Mela, if you touch over there, that baby's already completely mitama. Then the baby has tuma, the fetus has tuma. Yachi Ishanami. How come the woman herself, we don't say, hey, she's tamei? Isha Magesh is no, she doesn't make a mistake. She knows when the baby drops into this prozdar, and that's already considered birth, and she'll know. She'll know not to touch, or she'll know that if she did touch, she's tamei. But when it comes to the midwife, we're concerned that maybe she touched this fetus, and now after the birth, she's going to go to the store, touch all the fruit, look at them, put them down. Now she created tumah on all these fruit or food, whatever it is. Says Gemara, if a woman knows about the stuff, how come she doesn't mention it to the midwife? Trido, because she's very consumed with giving birth, and the last thing she has in her mind is to help other people and tell them about tumah, not tumah. She's busy. When I was learning this Gemara, first time, I was on the treadmill. So I'm learning on the treadmill. Trying to think to myself, okay, what's a good maisa for Torah? The person's Torah can't say over. Nothing, zero. Anyways, I finished the daf. I said, okay, I'm going to do it again. By that time, I was already, like 40 minutes in, and I'm like, not doing so well, huffing and puffing. And I get to this Gemara, and I realize I could barely see the words. Barely see the words. I couldn't even read. So then I realized, that's what Trida is. That's what, to be preoccupied with something else. I was just running a little bit. My legs were hurting a little bit. I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, I heard that giving birth is a lot more painful. I don't know who to trust anymore. None of my friends told me, it's just the women. So, okay, I don't know, the other name. It's in the Torah. It says it's pretty difficult. So I'm assuming that when you're in a lot of pain and everything it's not going geschmack, you're not busy telling other people. You can barely see what's going on. You can barely read. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, great. What do you say? Somebody was about to say something. What?
That's why it's a treadmill.
What, that Maisa? Yeah. So Maisa Shahaya, there's a guy waiting in the waiting room. There's a lot of these stories here in Israel, the guy waiting in the waiting room. Not sure who they're referring to. I never waited in a waiting room, so I don't know. But there's a waiting room. The guy's waiting there, Nebuch, he's bored out of his mind. He's going crazy. And all of a sudden, The midwife comes out, Mazel Tov, it's a girl. Shalom Aleichem, what's that? How you doing? The father, your uncle, your Zaide, I don't know who. Anyway, so everything's good, marriage is good, Givaldik, the best. Good. So,
Listen, so you know it's on.
what?
He doesn't listen to the share, so you know I'm on it.
Yeah?
Where did he get married to me?
Listen, I'm giving you good advice here. Hey, listen to this mice, it's good advice. Anyway, so the guy's waiting there and they come out, they say, listen, Mazel Tov, you had a daughter. He starts jumping up and down with joy and his mom is so happy. So somebody said, what's the Simcha Gdoila? Like, why so much? He says, listen, you don't understand how much I daven. Other people shouldn't go through the tsar I went through. I went through so much tsar here this last hour. I'm so happy it's over and that other people should also they shouldn't have this tsar. So the point of the story is that people, they're thinking about themselves all the time. His wife is going through Shiva Meduri Gehenim. He was a little bored. His phone, his battery was out and he couldn't play his game, whatever. So that's what he's all busy with. The fact that his wife, who knows what, that he doesn't care. He's talking about his time. Okay, anyway, so Musa asked him. So the Gemara, he said, Trido. My Rebbe Shmuel, my Rebbe Kiva. So what's this machlokes Rebbe Shmuel, Rebbe Kiva? The Sanya. V'chol asher yiga pnei sada. Sada is an open field. It doesn't have any walls. Lahaiti uber b'meisha. It's to tell us, what do you learn from this puzzle? Chol asher yiga, touching the sada. That if you touch something that's not in the sada, that's not revealed, something that's hidden, like what? Like a lahaiti uber meisha, like a fetus inside a woman, doesn't give off tumah. Divrei Bishmal. He argues with what we just said. It doesn't have tumah at all. Kiva Omer, not true. He's going to explain why. He says, I say that does give off tumah. What do I do with this pasuk? The rabbi is goylo v'doifik. That the cover of the coffin and the walls of the coffin have a tumah like a dead person himself. If you touch it, you touch it for 7 days. Very Bishmal, how come he doesn't learn it from the pasuk? Goyel v'doifik hilchos gemir law. That's already halacha l'mishmar Sinai. I don't need a pasuk for that. Rebbe Kiva uber meisha tame. I can't learn about a fetus because I hold a fetus as mamish mitama, so I'm going to learn the goyel v'doifik. Midrashim and all that. How do I know that a dead baby, a dead fetus is mitama? Omer b'shaya omer kro hanugeya b'meis benefesh. If you touch a dead person, what's benefesh? Benefesh. You touch the neshama. What do you touch exactly? Ezu mei shebenefesh shel adam. What's a dead person within the nefesh? It's referring to, it's a nefesh within, it's a meis benefesh. It's a dead baby benefesh in another human being. It comes to tell us a completely different halacha, that even one revius, the amount that we drink kiddush on Shabbos, whatever it is, 90, 87, whatever it is, milliliter, a small amount of blood has halacha like a dead person. Shemitama. Here, Kobe did this. You have to look quickly because you'll see that if you blink, you miss. Right here. It says revius dam. That revius dam is off tumah like a dead person. The Omar Afrevi is dam abom shnei meisim mitama boil. He says no, it doesn't have to be one revius from one person. Memela, the word of b'meis b'nefesh ha'adam doesn't go because it's not ha'adam. It's not b'meis b'nefesh. It's not a singular. It's even blood. The combined blood from two people is also mitama. Mele doesn't learn from that passage. Don't have a revius abom shnei mitama boil. The Sari Rebbe Kiva, he holds even if the blood comes from two different people, it's still mitama. I'll tell you real quickly. So Maisa Shaya, I just found out on, I think it was Friday. Yeah. Somebody who didn't listen to this Yisoid lost 5,000 shekel. How? The Yisoid is that when you fall behind, you skip forward. All the time people come to me and say, I didn't listen to you, I thought I was smarter, I thought I'm different, I should have listened to you. Once in a while, I have a guy that says, listen, I didn't listen to you. I'm still, okay. I'm not saying, it's not 100% foolproof. But if you miss a daf or two, you skip ahead. That's the yisoid. Remember this yisoid. This guy really, really wants to come to the Shabbaton. And he wants to say thank you to me in person. Okay? You didn't say yet. That's what I heard. The problem is, he fell behind. And he is b'shita that you got to go daf by daf. When he got to the daf that announced that there's a Shabbaton, there's no rooms left. Zero. It took 2 days, less than 2 days, and it was sold out. But the guy has to come to the Shabbaton here in Eretz Yisrael. So what does he do? I didn't even mention it. The Americans don't even know. I don't even know if I said it in the English here. It was crazy. We said it one night. I said it like, Benny says, maybe you should tell people. It's okay, save the date. Boom, gone. But there are some expensive rooms left. So the guy went ahead, instead of paying 2,000 shekels, he paid 7,000 shekels to get a room. Because he didn't listen to the side. Cost him 5,000 shekels. So Benny had a good aura. What if the other guy, and somebody else, he missed 2 daf, so he skipped ahead. He'll never know that there's a Shabbaton. He won't even be able to buy it for 7,000 because he skipped 2 daf ahead. It's a good aura. Huh? Zog the Mishnah. We're going back, the name of the perek, an animal's having difficulty giving birth, which is not important to the halacha, just we're telling you a metzias here. So the fetus, the calf sticks its hand out, and the guy chops the hand off. So what happened to the hand? The hand is Ever Menachai. It's Tomei, it's on the side. And afterwards, he shechted the mother with the fetus inside. Habasar tar. The rest of the fetus is tar because it wasn't touching the hand. However, shochat simoy. But if the fetus sticks his hand out, you're not allowed to eat the hand. And then he shechted the mother while the hand is still attached to the fetus. And then he chopped the hand off. Habasar magonevela. Then the entire fetus is meat that touched the hand. The hand that's stuck outside is not allowed, you're not allowed to eat it. So what is it? It's an nevela. Nevela gives tumah. That hand that's tamei touched the rest of the fetus. So the rest of the fetus is tamei. Divrei Meir. What tumah is the rest of the fetus? Let's think about it for a second. The hand is an avela. Shalom. The hand is an avela. The hand touched the stomach, wherever, the shoulder, wherever it's attached. So the nevela is avatuma. It touched the rest of the fetus. So the rest of the fetus is a rishon. A rishon could do what? A rishon can be metama. Oichel mashkin, very good. It can't be metama, a person or a kli. Okay. It's not that bad. It's not an avela, but it's still tummy like a treifa. So Gemara is going to explain what kind of tumah is a treifa. And now we have a super interesting Mishnah, but because it's a Mishnah that goes very, very fast, it's like a back and forth in a Mishnah. Different than usual. Daf Yomi Beis with Beis. Let's just even say the sponsors in the middle of a Mishnah, because this is going to take a minute. Turning to the Daf, Adar Global, the official non-corporate sponsor of the MDY League. Encore Healthcare has a schus for all of Klal Yisrael. Is there any other guest here that wants to say Shalom Aleichem? Shalom Aleichem. You're not a guest. I know you from somewhere. Where did I just see you? Okay. You made a Rishon. Yeah, what's your name? From? Shalom Aleichem. Who else? What's your name? From? Oh, what a guest. Shalom Aleichem. Who else? Oh. From Baltimore. We just shipped a guy, with our top guy, we shipped to Baltimore to live. Zevi, what's his last name? Zevi Daniel.
He's going tomorrow.
He's going tomorrow. He might come the last day? Wow. Okay, we got to do anybody else on this side? A bunch of people. Okay. Rabbi says, check this Mishnah out. We know, and we're going to talk about it. If you shecht an animal and you find like our sheep that we shechted next door just a month ago. How long ago was that? Okay, whatever. I'm not good with time. About a month ago, a month and a half. He still smells it. Austria was yesterday. I don't know when Austria was. Anyway, we shechted this sheep, and Rabbi Amitai ben David looks inside. He says, no good, no good. Had too many sirchas on the lung. It had those little pieces. So let's say that's a real treifa. Does this animal give over tumah? Does this sheep give tumah? I touched all the parts. Does it give a tumah? No. Why not? Because we did shchita. So there's no tumah. So too, says the Mishnah, that when you shech the mother, this aver, this dangling leg outside, even though you're not allowed to eat it, the tumah goes away. You're right that the shechita helps the mother, because that's the mother herself. It's not even, doesn't belong to the mother. It belongs to the fetus. It's a leg dangling outside. It's not hers. So how does shechita on the mother help the leg that went outside from tumah? Where do you even know? It's interesting Mishnah. It sounds almost like a Gemara. Where do you know that when you shech the treifa, we discussed this, and everybody knows this halacha, when you shech the treifa, you shech an animal, you find out it's a treifa, there's no nevela. Or you knew it's a treifa, you shecht it, no nevela, no tumah. How do you know? A lion, you're not allowed to eat a lion. It's a tummy animal, you're not allowed to eat it. So too, a treifa you're not allowed to eat. What's the difference? If it has sirchus on its lung, I paid for that animal by the shechita because I was hoping to do the mitzvah. I lost all my money, finished. I didn't get zero. I couldn't even give it to my cleaning lady. They took it. I don't know what they did with it. They gave it. He did something with it. I said, okay. So I have a bunch of lamb chops. I can give it to my cleaning lady. I don't know what. Leisechanim, not leisechanim. It's worth a few $100. We use the parts, the worthless parts. But the actual meat, shalom. Benny said when he's going to start cutting, skinning it, shalom. It's also ba'achila. We can't eat it. So he's trying to say that it should be similar to an animal that's tamei, just like an animal that's tamei, and you shecht it doesn't do anything. So too, a treif animal, you can't eat it. So if you shecht it, it shouldn't give you any tire whatsoever. So says the Mishnah, no, when you have a lion, there's never a moment in its life that you were able to eat it. But a treif animal, the first year of its life, before it had sirchus on its lung, you were able to eat it. Says, well, okay. It says the Mishnah, but get rid of this. Why? Some of the scariest things, sometimes you hear that a baby's born with yana machla, or a baby's born, even less than that, a baby's born with a heart defect. We have a guy, what? Hole in the heart. This guy, young guy, his first kid, he comes every single day to the shiur. Great guy. Him and his friend, they come every day. He just had a baby this week. Baby needs a refuah shleima. Had a surgery on its brain or something. But kids are born, babies are born with a mum. So here's a treifa. If it's born a treifa, so you don't have your vart. What's your whole vart? It had a few moments in its life that you were able to eat it. No, this particular animal had 0 moments in its life. You couldn't eat it from the moment it was born. It was born with the treifa. How should know the treifa not better than I? Okay, so we know this. This is a classic. Tummy animal, a lion, the entire lion pride, all the lions in the world, you can never ever eat them. You could eat the mother, you could eat the cousin. This particular animal, you have a... Okay. Now the Mishnah is going to tell us a crazy chiddush. Ben shmoyna chai in shchitas mitarasa. When it comes to a large animal, the pregnancy is 9 months. And if it's born, the Gemara always holds that any human or animal that's born in the 8th month, it's not a viable human, not a viable animal. And therefore, ein shchitas mitarasa. It's like an avela. It's an avela, there's no shchita. The shchita doesn't help on this animal. Lefi shein b'mino shchita. There is no such thing as an 8th month old animal born in the 8th month that survives. Ask the Gemara, here is a gevaldik sugya. Amai tumas beisas toremi. When you chop off the leg, when you chop off the foot of this animal, how does it create tumah for the rest of the animal, for the rest of the fetus? You said in the Mishnah that what? That the leg sticks out. The leg sticks out. And then you shech the mother, and then you cut the leg off. So the leg was touching the rest of the fetus. The leg, we said, is avatuma. It's an avela. It touches the rest of the fetus. We said it drops down one madrega of tuma, goes from avatuma. What's the one thing down? Rishon. But the problem is, where's the connection? The connection is right by the entrance to the animal. It's considered hidden. We're going to go more in a minute to understand what tumas beis hastarim is and how it works. But that kind of thing, if it's tumah where it's hidden, it's not. It doesn't. Where it touches, if where it touches it's hidden, that doesn't give off tumah. Says the Gemara, so we have a very similar thing that we're going to see here that could explain this a lot. This not shloisha shenechlak. The minimum. So shloisha in the Gemara means tfachim. Shalosh means fingers. Shloisha is the minimum size fabric that could be mekabel tumah, because anything less than that people don't care about. So it's mekabel tumah. Shenechlak. So here, let's just show you an older video. Not older, it's like just 2 months old. When a zav sits on a mattress, even 20 mattresses down, they all become like the zav, avatuma. And the guy who touched the mattress drops one level down and becomes a rishon. Great. That's called medrash. What's medrash? Again, sitting, stepping on a mattress, it becomes tumas medrash. So you have a piece of fabric that's 3 by 3, shenechlak, that was split in half. Tarmin medrash, the medrash disappears. Why? Because the minimum of the fabric has to be 3 by 3. Aval tami maga medrash, but it touched the medrash. Oh, I had to take a sefer out of my closet. I'm not joking, a real sefer, and I cut this thing off. So I couldn't find something better. Does anybody know what sefer this is? You don't know what this is? I'm not going to tell you. If you don't know, if you don't recognize, you don't recognize. Huh?
The Hardy Boys?
Obviously, you don't know what a Hardy Boys book looks like. It's never brown. Okay. Here's the piece of fabric, 3 by 3. If you cut it in half, you split it in half, no tumas medrash. But the fact is that this piece touched this piece. So he says, Avatami Maga Medras. It touched the Medras. This piece, once upon a time, was touching the entire thing, and therefore this piece is something that touched the Medras. It's a Rishon. And what does a Rishon do? Paris Chaim Levin will tell you. What is a Rishon Matama? Eichel Mashkin. Dir Reb Meir. What touched what? Now listen, this is fascinating. That's why I took this. Look at this. Moiridik in the Welt. What color is this? Brown. When I cut it, what color is this right over here? White. When it's connected, the only thing that's connected is the white. The brown is not connected at all. Time out. This brown doesn't touch this brown, ever. The only thing that's touching in this book is the white stuff inside. The inner piece. Anytime you have anything, what's touching over here? This part is touching this part. The outside part is not touching at all, zero. Not even a milliliter, nothing, nothing. The only part that's touching any object when they're connected is the inside part, in this case, the white, versus the brown. The brown is not touching. Nowhere in this book over here is the brown, if it's very thick, then it's touching, but that's the inside already. But the white, this white is hidden. It was never seen until you cut it open. But once you cut it open, it's too late. That's Tumas Beis Hastarim. That's Tumah that's hidden. And that connection cannot create Tumah because it's hidden. Chap what I'm saying? You chap?
I think so.
How do we explain it better? So Mele is saying, Rabbi Yossi says that when I separate this 3 by 3 and I go like this part never touched this part. The only time it touched it, you're right, it did, only in the inside part, when they were connected over there. But that's not enough to impart Tumah to either one of these parts because it was hidden at that time. Gewaldig. Yeah? Rav Schoenberg, gewaldig. Good. When did they touch each other? Okay, that's something else. Medris needs a 3 by 3. But to touch, if a Zav touches, not stepped, if let's say he's barefoot and he stepped on it, or he touched it with his finger, that all you need is 3 fingers by 3 fingers, and that it has 3. So for that Tumah, we'll give you that Tumah. But the original Tumah of Medris, that you're not going to get once you split it down the middle, once you cut it in half. Says Gemara, Lavit Ma'allah. Okay, so now comes Ula, Omer Ula. I'll tell you why when you cut the leg of the fetus right off, it does impart, it gives Tumah to the baby inside the stomach. Why? This whole thing is talking about when it's 3 by 3 and it's cut in half. But when it's 3 by 3 fingers, that comes from a giant piece of cloth that's 3 by 3 tfachim. So he says that when you cut something, inevitably, when you cut it, there's going to be some touching of the piece that you cut. As you cut it, it's going to touch the original piece. Because if shall tzamtzem, whatever the vart is. So it's going to touch the main garment. And that little touching, that's when it gives it tumah. Honami, prishason, me'ever, mekabel tumah me'ever. So too in our sugi, says the Gemara, when you cut that leg off the fetus, it's going to touch the actual fetus, and that's where it's going to impart the tumah from the leg, which is an avela, to the fetus, and that's why the fetus is tamei. Rabboisai, have a good Voch. Yishkar for coming.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDAF.com.